Gun groups?
Rotary clubs, exchange clubs, gun rights groups, anti-government groups, anti-tax groups, the polygamists. Polygamous groups, I'm very friendly with all of them. They asked me to speak in their church. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And we are in, this is the Libertarian Alternative, and the Libertarian Alternative is an educational television show brought to you, to your community by the Libertarian Party. And we are here at the wonderful Atlanta Marriott Marquis Hotel. And this is the presidential nominating convention of 2004 of the Libertarian Party. And we're speaking with Sheriff Mack.
Soon to be Governor Mack.
Soon to be Governor of Utah. Now, are you going to stick with the Libertarian Party the long term? Or are you in for life? I remember
I've always been a libertarian in one way or another. So yeah, I'm sure I will.
I spoke to you, God, it must have been 3 years ago at the Freedom Rally in California, and I interviewed you then, and I said, what do you like about the Libertarian Party? You weren't yet registered as a Libertarian Party member, but you were ready to come in. And that was, it was really wonderful to hear you talk about it, and I'm glad that you're here because we need people in law enforcement. Because we as libertarians so often are speaking up to authority.
Yeah.
You know, and you are an authority figure and you're speaking out about the Libertarian Party, and that's something completely different.
Yeah, it is. And I just want people, especially in government, to go by the rules. Let's leave people alone. And in fact, isn't this an amazing concept? Government officials, police officers especially, leaving people alone. You know what that is? It's freedom.
Yeah, unless they try to, unless you're out robbing a bank, they should.
Unless you're creating a victim, leave people alone. Officer friendly, leave me alone unless I do something to create a victim or actually literally create a crime.
Because the police officers shouldn't be, you know, we hear I think when we really started the culture war, we get the police officers involved in the culture war, that's when we started to hear words like pig. And all the insults that we have towards police officers, the negative attitudes and the fear and everything else that we see, especially in the inner city. And we need to make the police officer the friend of the people again and give them a break.
We as police officers, we own part of that. We created that disrespect by enforcing laws that people are sitting there going, why are you doing this? I wasn't doing anything wrong. All the ridiculous wholesale distribution of speeding tickets and radar tickets. When people are going down the road completely safe, in no way creating anything untowards anyone. And so I'm saying, why on earth would we do this and then not expect some sort of return from the public? And the disrespect, we own part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I really would like to see, you know, a reduction in what the police are going after in our society, because I would, you know, a police officer should be someone that's there to protect you. People shouldn't have to worry about, you know, what they have in their car. If they're or calling the police what they have in their house, the police should be there to protect them.
And a good point, because the drug war is the epitome of all the examples of what we've been talking about of abuse in government. Because we have all these police officers in this country, from all the feds and FBI and DEA and national task forces and local task forces, that want to find out what you have in your pocket, what you have in your glove compartment, and what you have in your chest of drawers at home. And you know abuse is going to occur on that. And not only that, but they have more motivation now, because if they find any marijuana or other illicit drugs on your person or in your home, then they are going to confiscate your home, confiscate your car, confiscate your bank accounts, and your children, ruin your job, ruin your career, and they get to keep the proceeds from all that confiscation.
So then that's not a good
only
incentive.
in America.
That's not a good incentive to give police officers. That just is not how we should be running the country.
That they get to reap the benefits of doing their, quote, doing their job, financial gain for their department.
That isn't right. That's
Come on.
Using the police as a tax collecting organization.
Every chief in this country knows that is wrong.
So you think law enforcement really agrees with you? You think that there'll be more people coming in?
No, they don't agree.
We've had very good luck in the Libertarian Party with people in law enforcement. You know, there's
the law enforcement community needs a nice slap in the head, a little knock in the head, and you know, come around, come on, let's get serious, wake up, and let's keep our oath of office. Let's look at the freedom principles involved here, and let's stop taking money from people and confiscating all this property and using it for our own department, which, you know, benefits the officers personally, because now they can supplement this budget, this part of their budget, so they can get more overtime and salary on this side of the budget.
We have Sheriff Bill Masters in Colorado.
Good friend of mine.
In California, I'd love to have both of you on the show, but that'd be great too. And we have, in California, we have a district attorney, one of the 47, I believe, district attorneys in California, is a libertarian. So we're getting more and more people coming in from law enforcement, and it's very, very
People are
encouraging.
starting to wake up, but it needs to be a lot faster.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming
welcome,
out,
Mark.
talking to me on the show.
Thanks.
And for those of you out there who are watching would like a little more information about the Libertarian Party, you can join us online at www.lp.org. And in about half the states out there in America, you can register to vote as a Libertarian. Now, we're working to get more, and I suggest that you help out in that effort, but you can register to vote a lot of times online and also at your local post office. Next time you are waiting in line for 3 hours for one postage stamp, register to vote as a Libertarian so we can fix that and many other problems with government bureaucracies. And you could also call 1-800-ELECT-US, and we'll send you out a free packet of information. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Libertarian Alternative.
Don't give up, learn to live, show the world you're painted in. The colors there are so deep and rich. Who could resist this magical chill? Don't give up, learn to live, show the world you're painted in. The colors there are so deep and rich. Who could resist this magical chill? Hold the freedom